I hope Star Trek's new Khan story answers these 5 questions about Kirk's greatest enemy. Star Trek Khan is a new dramatic podcast about Khan Noonien Singh before Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and it's a perfect way to answer some lingering questions about Captain James T. Kirk's William Shatner greatest enemy. Star Trek Khan stars Naveen Andrews as Khan and Ren Schmidt as Lieutenant Marla McGivers, Khan's beloved wife, and the audio drama details their ordeal on Ceti Alpha V. Based on a story by Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan's director Nicholas Meyer and written by Kirsten Beyer and David Mack. Star Trek Khan is billed as a direct sequel to Star Trek, the original series Season 1's episode, Space Seed, which introduced Khan. In Space Seed, Khan was revealed as the genetically engineered former ruler of Earth in the 1990s who was ousted by the eugenics wars. Khan and his followers were in cryosleep for centuries before they were awakened by the USS Enterprise. Khan immediately set about taking over the starship and tried to kill Captain Kirk. Ultimately, Kirk prevailed and banished Khan and his people to the planet Ceti Alpha V. It would be nearly 20 years before Khan escaped to seek revenge on Kirk in Star Trek II. However, Star Trek Khan can get deeper into Khan's mindset and answer questions that the villain's prior Star Trek appearances did not. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow featured the first canonical appearance of Khan Noonien Singh since Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. But with a twist, it was a young Khan Desmond Sivan who meets Lieutenant Layan Noonien Singh Christina Chong. Layan time traveled to 21st century Toronto, Canada, with an alternate reality version of Captain Kirk Paul Wesley to fix Star Trek's broken prime timeline. Star Trek Strange New Worlds established that Layan is Khan's ancestor, which haunted Layan throughout her life. Strange New Worlds retcon of Khan in Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow also established that the Noonien Singh family was prominent in the field of genetic enhancement. As a young boy, Khan lived at the Noonien Singh Institute for Cultural Advancement in Toronto, which is where Layan found him. Layan ultimately protected Khan from assassination. Will Star Trek Khan touch upon the fact that Khan briefly encountered Layan in his youth? Although Layan never identified herself to her ancestor, it may be a memory that Khan carried with him into adulthood. Layan ultimately protected Khan from assassination by a Romulan time agent named Sierra Adelaide Kane, but it's unclear whether Khan learned the full story of meeting Layan in Toronto on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Star Trek Strange New World series premiere introduced a retcon of Star Trek's 20th and 21st century timeline. According to Star Trek, the original series, the eugenics wars and Khan fleeing Earth happened in the 1990s with World War III following in the 21st century. As Captain Christopher Pike Anson Mount explained to the people of Kylie 279, Star Trek's timeline has been revised, conflating the eugenics wars and World War III to both occur in the 21st century. With every new iteration of Star Trek, there's an opportunity to revisit and reimagine one of its most legendary characters, Khan Noonien Singh. The genetically engineered tyrant has become more than just an antagonist. He's a symbol of ambition, hubris, and the eternal debate about nature versus nurture. Now, as Star Trek prepares to dive deeper into Khan's backstory in its upcoming Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, and the rumored Khan Ceti Alpha V miniseries, fans are eager to learn more about the man who challenged Captain James T. Kirk like no other. While Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan immortalized him as a brilliant and vengeful villain, there's still much we don't know. Khan is a character steeped in myth and mystery, and a deeper exploration of his origins could add new depth to the franchise's most iconic adversary. But if this new story is going to succeed, it needs to answer 5 long-standing questions that have hovered over Khan since his first appearance in the original series. 1. What was Khan's life like before the eugenics wars? We know Khan was a product of the 20th century eugenics wars, a period where genetically engineered superhumans rose to power and nearly took over the world. But what we don't know is what Khan's life looked like before he declared himself ruler over a quarter of the planet. Who created him? What kind of society bred this type of ambition, intelligence, and cruelty? Was he raised in a lab, or was he given the illusion of a normal life until his superior abilities made that impossible? These are key questions that could reframe him not merely as a power-hungry tyrant, but as a victim of scientific overreach. A new Star Trek series could humanize Khan without excusing him. Maybe he tried to fit into society. Maybe he saw himself as a necessary savior for a chaotic world. Answering these questions could offer a nuanced look at a man often painted in broad strokes. 2. Why did Khan really try to take over Earth? In both the original series episode Space Seed and The Wrath of Khan, we hear that Khan ruled large parts of Earth during the 1990s. He described himself not as a dictator, but as a benevolent ruler who imposed order. Spock even admitted there were no wars under his rule. But why did Khan truly rise to power? Was it purely ego? Or did he genuinely believe humanity needed someone like him at the helm? This is a chance to explore the philosophical dimension of Star Trek that's always been its strongest suit. If the upcoming Khan story delves into his motivations, maybe through personal journals, allies who once believed in him, or flashbacks, it could shift our understanding of him from villain to tragic anti-hero. Did he want to conquer Earth or save it from itself? 3. How did he survive after Space Seed? After Captain Kirk marooned Khan and his followers on Ceti Alpha V in the TOS episode Space Seed, we didn't see him again until The Wrath of Khan 15 years later. In that time, the planet turned into a hellscape due to the explosion of Ceti Alpha 6. Khan's wife died. His people dwindled, and his hatred for Kirk festered. But what exactly happened during those years? This period is ripe for exploration. We've seen hints of it in expanded universe novels and fan theories, but never in canon. The survivalist struggle, the psychological toll, the shift from a charismatic leader to a vengeful madman, this is storytelling gold. How did Khan maintain control? What was it like to bury his dead in the sand and eat alien eels to survive? A series that chronicles Khan's descent into obsession on Ceti Alpha V could be among the darkest and most compelling chapters in Star Trek history. 4. What role did his followers play in his rise and fall? Khan wasn't alone. From the Botany Bay to Ceti Alpha V, he was accompanied by loyal supermen and women who believed in his vision. But they were also individuals with their own motivations, doubts, and limits. Did they worship him? Fear him? Did any question his judgment? How did they respond to the long exile on a dying world? In The Wrath of Khan, we see the remnants of a once loyal army reduced to silence and suffering. Understanding their relationships could shed light on Khan's leadership style. Was he a true leader or just a tyrant who ruled by fear? A deeper dive into the group dynamics among Khan's followers could reveal how ideology can persist or crumble under extreme pressure. 5. Could Khan have been redeemed? The most interesting villains in fiction are the ones who might have walked a different path. Despite his many crimes, Khan is not a one-dimensional monster. He's proud, brilliant, and at times even honorable. He spared Kirk's crew in Space Seed. He showed love to his wife. Even his quest for revenge in Wrath of Khan was fueled by real loss and suffering. So the question is, was there ever a chance for redemption? A prequel series could play with this possibility. Maybe someone tried to help Khan see another way. Maybe Khan, for a brief moment, saw the monster he was becoming and hated it. It wouldn't rewrite canon, but it would add layers.